We have a nice functioning game at this point, but it both starts and stops very abruptly. To make this even more game-like, it would be good to have some sort of startup screen as well as a game over screen. This is often called the attract mode in an arcade setting, and the idea is that you can use this time to attract people to the game. We're going to keep things basic here, but you can do all sorts of things like show graphics or have a demo game running while in attract mode. You're only limited by your creativity. The code for this screen is very basic. It relies on the draw text command that we developed earlier. The only new pieces are that we have a couple new variables for the last score and the high score. These are established in the initialization phase of the game script. If you wanted to use an image in addition to writing text on the screen, you would simply import the graphics the same way we did for the background of the game, and then blit it to the screen. You can even set up a frame count timer and rotate through multiple images for the attract mode. In order to make the attract mode work, we need to add another flag to the game so that it knows when it's in attract mode or in game mode. In attract mode, we're just going to display the screen that we've seen. We need to program a way out of the attract mode, which will happen when the player presses a key. So we'll add a new statement that looks for a key down command. At this point, we need to trigger a number of things to happen. First, we need to turn off attract mode so that we go into game mode. And we also need to initialize a new game. We actually already have this code, but it's currently outside of the game loop. All we need to do is bring that in so that each new game starts with a fresh player and fresh parameters. At this point, we need to do a little bit of memory management. If we simply loop back to the attract mode and keep running the program as we've got it, all the sprites will remain in memory. We need to clear that out so that the new game is truly new. So we're going to add a couple lines of code to eliminate all of the sprites from the previous game before we initialize the new one. For a small game like this, it's probably not a big deal if you just let things carry over. But in more complex games, you can end up with unusual artifacts if you're not careful with your memory management. The code is now set up to launch us into a new game, but we haven't yet dealt with the game over scenario. The previous code simply quit the game, but we want to make it return to the attract mode. Fortunately, this is as easy as just changing which flag we set when the player runs out of lives. We also have a couple extra lines of code here to track the last score and the high score. And with this in place, we're ready to make our final addition. Right now, we're just flying through an asteroid field, but we want to add enemy probes that fly around the screen and shoot at you. Over the next couple videos, we're going to do that.